Hey everyone, today I'm going to share with you how to milk a goat. Hey guys, it's Stephanie from the blog thefarmhousemom.com, and today we are going to be talking about how to milk a goat. So when I first got goats, I assumed that it would not be that difficult to milk them, but there is a little bit of a learning curve. So I took my camera with me this morning when I was milking my girls, and I milked 3 different goats with 3 different sizes and types of teats, so you can see what that looks like. So I'm going to show that to you in just a minute. First, we're going to talk about the items that you're going to need to milk your goat, and then I will show you how I strain the milk. I do have a milk machine, but I'm only milking, I think, 6 or 7 goats right now, and so it's a lot easier for me just to milk by hand. Once I get up over 10 goats, then I do use a milk machine because it just starts to hurt so much on your hands. Let's take a look at the items that you're going to need. You are going to need a small stainless steel bucket with a rolled edge. You don't want something really big, obviously, because you're going to want it to fit underneath the goat. Sometimes people will just use a small pan or whatever you have that's on hand. I do recommend you use something that's stainless steel, not plastic, because bacteria, can be harbored in plastic, and it's just harder to sterilize and keep clean. I will have a stainless steel bucket, a Pyrex 4-cup measuring cup, a very fine mesh strainer, and then I'll have a couple of quart jars. So let's go ahead and I will add in that video from this morning of me milking the goats. Here's Big Zuzu, and I clean her off with a baby wipe, and I put a little bit of chlorhexidine inside the baby wipe container so they can have a little bit of antibacterial. So I'll wipe her down with the chlorhexidine, and then I'll wipe it off. All right. And then I will squeeze a little bit and get a little bit of her milk out, just for cleanliness. So how you're going to want to milk a goat, you don't pull down. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your thumb and forefinger. Now Zoo is super easy to milk. Look at those teats. Okay, so you're going to grab slightly, push up. So we're not pulling down like that. You're going to grab it, push it up, and then you just get into a nice little rhythm. See how I'm pushing her udder up? And then you don't want to squeeze where the milk goes back in, and you don't want to squeeze way up here on the udder floor because you can damage that udder floor. So right about there, you just want to grab and squeeze. And don't be mean, don't be too rough. And as the milk starts to go down, again, don't squeeze low where you feel the milk squirting back up into the udder, because that's what can cause infection and mastitis. And then I'll show you on a smaller teated goat as well, because this is how easy is it to hand milk Zuzu. This is an elite goat. She's incredible in every way. This is the best goat you could ever get. She is wonderful. And so I'm just going to massage out. And I'm just going to keep massaging out. All right, so there's Miss Zuzu. All right, come on, Zuzu. Good girl. All right, this is Moni. So, same thing. We're going to, and you can see her teats are smaller, so she's a first freshener. It's the first time she's had babies this year, and she had a beautiful daughter. So we're going to clean all of it off, the chlorhexidine, and then as I'm kind of squeezing, some milk has already came out. I'm going to count that as clearing out the teeth. So if you think about it, the little milk that's in here, if there's a little bit of dirt, that milk could be not as hygienic. So we just squirt out a little bit. So same thing here. You can see Ramona's teats, they don't go straight down. As she develops, I think, and her udder will get fuller, I think those teats will correct a little bit. But same thing, and it'd be really easy to grab way up here and kind of get her udder floor and damage a little. So right there is where you want, and even here, if I do this on my fingers, you can see milk comes out. You don't pull down and you don't grab all the way up here. So she's a little bit harder to milk. She's got one teeth that kind of curves out a little bit, and so that tends to get on my hand. So I'm just kind of real careful. What I'll do is grab like this, just to make sure I'm not pinching any udder floor. We don't want to damage Miss Moni's teeth. She is a wonderful girl. She knows something's up. I'll have to stop talking and finish milking her. And as the milk goes down, you have a, inclination to kind of grab a little bit higher up. So don't do that. Just pinch and push up. Moni, it's okay. Sometimes when they're first fresheners, they get sassy on the stand. Give her a little bit more feed. She doesn't like just the oats. She wants more of the grain. And so she'll get sassy. And she doesn't get her preferred grain. We had a goat this year that kidded for the first time, and she had like the tiniest Tic Tac teats. I mean, I was sitting here like, like barely being able to milk her. But as we've been milking, they've gotten almost as big as Ramona's teats. So the first time or two your goat has kids, and I'm going to massage here a little bit. First time or two that they have kids, I've learned just from other people, don't just throw a goat away and think, oh, this is going to be an awful goat. Just give her a time or two. So you see, her milk is getting on my hand because she's got that slight curve. So I'm interested in seeing what her daughter looks like if she has that same little teeth. Yes, honey. All right, and this is Bliss. This is probably my favorite goat to milk. She's got beautifully placed teats. All right, so I already strain my milk when I'm out in my milk room. I strain it right away, and then I put it in the refrigerator right away to keep it cold. So let's just pretend that I just milked the goat, and there's all my milk in my bucket. And so I'll just turn around on my counter, and I will strain this into this really fine mesh sieve. And then usually there's going to be some cream, and I will dump that out for the dogs because they're always around when it's milking time. And then I just put my strained milk inside my bottle. And it seems like when I'm on camera, I always have to make a mess when I'm doing this. And then I will put the lid on my bottles and put it right in the refrigerator right away. I'll have the link to all of these items. If you've seen my previous videos, I love my bottles from the Cary Company, thecarycompany.com, C-A-R-Y. They have some great products. And this actually was a coffee filter for coffee enemas, which was hilarious when I went to share this with a friend of what I use. But it's so fine. It gets out any dirt, and so that's what I like, and it fits right on top of any sort of container or pitcher that I have, and it's got little handles and it works really well. I hope this was helpful in learning how to milk your own goat. It takes a little bit of time, but I'm sure as you start doing it, you're gonna be a pro in no time. There's nothing better than fresh goat milk from your farm to give to your family to drink. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great day. We'll see you soon.